Okay, Earth signs. Welcome to your daily focus tarot for Saturday. This is kind of interesting. So we have, let's do this pile first. Druidcraft gave me a whole bunch of cards. So we have 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Prince of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and 5 of Wands. So there's competition. And this 5 of Wands, it looks like a pentacle, right? So this 5 of Wands, competition, and in this instance, it's not very friendly. It's actually upsetting you. It's causing you a lot of grief, a lot of anxiety and tension. It's causing issues for you. And it has to do with the workplace. It has to do with having it all in terms of a job. It has to do with a lot of work-life balance. There is no work-life balance. And this is causing problems. We have the 8 of Cups. You want to move forward and you want to be passionate. You want to give your all emotionally and spiritually, but you're stagnant right now. You're stagnant. This 5 of Swords, this is winning at all costs. Somebody is trying to win this competition, this job, whatever this is to do with work-life balance. They're trying to win it at all costs. And you're struggling to see this clearly and to get yourself out of this situation. You can get yourself out of this situation and you can see it clearly, but you're really, really struggling with it. So then we have 3 of Swords. And this 3 of Swords is, it's not really like in other decks. The heart is stone, yes, but I read that as being that the heart is on solid ground before the tree of knowledge, before the tree of life. And these swords, these cutting thoughts, these double-edged compliments, backhanded compliments. That's the other way to say it. Not sure why I'm talking about those, but these swords, they can't cut the tree of knowledge. They can't cut the tree of life. They're trying to, but they're not harming it, and they're not harming your heart. They're almost acting like a conduit for knowledge and for information between the tree and your heart. It's almost like when people are saying stuff to try and hurt you, it's not hurting you, it's actually making you stronger, and it's making you well, you certainly understand, who your friends are and who your friends aren't, right? You understand who's got your back and who doesn't with these sayings, but it's more like it's giving you guidance on where to go. You're putting your knowledge and your experience above any negative emotions that these people's comments would cause you to feel. I hope that made sense. That was a little garbled how that came out. The first clarifier that came out was King of Wands. So this is about inner strength, and it's about transformation. It's about having that vision and leadership to make the transformation that you need to make, and not being afraid to do it because you have inner strength, you have inner security, you've been able to conquer this Eight of Swords. You have that ability, right? The next clarifier, 3 cards came out for Three of Swords. So the strength and the ability to transform. And then 9 of Cups, which is being satisfied emotionally and mentally, being satisfied spiritually, being almost to a completion of what you needed to do. Queen of Pentacles. This is a nurturing, a motherly figure. It's also an Aries with this ram here, I believe. This is sun and water and earth. So everything but spirituality. Being in balance, being in abundance, right? And you're getting that spirituality under control with this Three of Swords and this King of Wands. You're starting to get that spiritual abundance, that spiritual balance. And the other clarifier that came out with 9 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles was the Hangman. And this is about putting structures into place, maybe sacrificing some free time or some, even sometimes community events, sacrificing being around other people sometimes because you want to have knowledge. You want to put into place things that will bring you a new beginning, things that will open up this heart, that will open up this transformation. And so you're sacrificing something else in order to get something. One in, one out. And it has to do with communication. It's really all about how you communicate and how you deal with the way these people communicate to you. Take the high road, definitely. Don't don't name call people, don't make backhanded compliments yourself. Don't it's okay to ignore people. It's okay to ignore negative comments, to block people, whatever, but don't resort back to the same tactics, to the name calling, to the spying, to the attacking somebody else's loved ones, whatever they may have been doing to try and get at you. Don't resort back to that. Winning at all costs is not actually winning, Let yourself be passionate. Let yourself... Competition is good, but the way I view competition is that you're really not in competition with other people. If there are other people there, it's because they're there to spur you on. The only competition is really against yourself. Say you were a runner and you could run like, I don't know, a quarter of a mile one week. And some days you didn't even make a quarter of a mile. The competition for you is to make a quarter of a mile consistently every week. And just because there's somebody who can do a full mile every week consistently doesn't make them your competition. It doesn't mean that you're doing worse or that they're doing better than you are. It more than likely means that they've been at it longer than you have, and they've worked their way up to that. So the real competition, you understand, is within yourself. It's to better yourself. It's not to give in to other people. It's to transform. It's to have this knowledge and use this knowledge that you've sacrificed for to get your satisfaction and your abundance. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow.